Hi, my friends, and thank you for coming back to 50 Plus Luxury Style. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today's video is 5 packing tips for women who travel for business, and it is going to be the first video of a short series that I'm going to do regarding business travel. I know a few of you have asked me to do this a while ago, and I have just not been able to do it, but finally I'm traveling tomorrow, but I decided to go ahead and get started. So we will go on and we will start with 5 packing tips for women who travel for business. If you're new, my name is Isabel. Welcome. If you enjoy the video, I hope that you will consider hitting the subscribe button down below and hitting that notification bell so that you will know every time I upload a new video. I love doing videos on luxury, on travel, on lifestyle, and pretty much on anything having to do with being a woman in her 50s. So welcome, and let's get started. So tip number 1, how do you pack your clothes? Well, most people fold or roll their clothes and put them directly into the suitcase. That's exactly what I used to do up until some years ago when I was planning a cruise to Alaska and I found out about packing cubes. Now, I use a specific type of packing cubes, and what I use is the Eagle Creek packet system. This is what I use, and this also comes in a starter kit, which is this, and it has some additional zippered bags in different sizes. This right here will keep your dresses, your blouses, and your slacks from sliding all over the suitcase. It'll minimize the wrinkling, and it is just absolutely wonderful. Also use the other bags that come in the starter kit for other clothes, and I will show you how I pack and what I put in the bags in the next video. But tip number 1 is use the Eagle Creek starter set. This is terrific. If you don't want to purchase this one, but I think you're going to like it once I show you how I use it. There's lots of other packing cubes. Anything that will keep your clothes from rolling all over the place is a definite plus. Okay, tip number 2 is the type of clothes that you take when you go on business travel. I always take travel clothes. Now, what is travel clothes? Travel clothes are clothes that are actually made of specific materials that really don't wrinkle, or at least they wrinkle very, very little. Now, you can purchase actual travel clothes because they are branded as such. For example, Boston Proper has a beautiful line of travel clothes, and I'm going to show you an example. Now, this is a little wrinkled because it is dirty. I am supposed to throw this into the washing machine now, and it is this dress right here. So this dress has a V-neck and comes down to the waist, and then it has a very flattering fit and flare silhouette. On the back, it just has a zipper, and that's pretty much it. Now, Boston Proper has an entire collection with very modern dresses and tops and pants. I also have a pair of travel pants, and it's these right here. They're just black, and these I bought from Cachet many years ago, and I have worn them incessantly. They are wonderful, they are comfortable, and they do not wrinkle. You can wear them on the plane if you have to get off and directly go to a meeting. So any type of travel clothes, and these usually will be stretchy type material like viscose, nylon, etc. But you don't have to really buy travel clothes. It's just easier if you go to like Boston Proper or certain stores that have travel clothes because they're geared for that. But these pair of pants, for example, are pretty much the same. I bought these at Nordstrom's, I think, and these are from Karen Kane, and they're pretty much the same thing because it is the same type of fabric. So if you can get travel clothes, or at least have pants dresses that are travel clothes, it will really, really make business travel a lot easier, a lot more comfortable, and a lot more stress-free. So tip number 3 to make business travel for women a lot easier is going to be compartmentalize, compartmentalize, compartmentalize. And you're going, what the heck does that mean? And that means use pouches. Keep your things together. I will use my Louis Vuitton trousses for everything. I have this one, I have this one, I have this one, and I have this one. So I have all sorts of pouches. They don't have to be Louis Vuitton. They can be like this. They can be like this. It doesn't really matter. The whole thing is you want to be able to keep your things together. It's gonna make it a lot easier to remember what you have where, and it's also gonna minimize the chance of the item getting lost or staying behind in the hotel when you have to rush out to make your flight at the end of your trip. I will show you in my next video exactly what I pack in all of my trousses, but for now, this is tip number 3, compartmentalize. All right, tip number 4 is maximize your personal item. And what do I mean by this? Well, most times when we are traveling for business, we are going carry-on. We are not checking our bags. So we basically have our carry-on and one personal item. In my experience, I travel usually alone or I travel with men. And what I have learned is that men do not want to check their bags. They just go carry on. They want to get there and they want to grab their things and just keep on going. So I have had to learn and adapt that I do not check my bags. Only if I am alone, then I'll check my bag. But if I'm traveling with men, I do carry-on. What does that mean? It means that you have your carry-on and one personal item. So you really need to maximize your personal item. And why? And what do I mean with this? 2 points: security and space. So I always take advantage of my personal item. What I use is my Longchamp Le Pliage travel bag, and it's this one right here. And why do I use this bag? Well, it's large enough to accommodate my work laptop, my personal Mac, my iPad, my cosmetic pouch, my medicine, whatever I want to take that either I don't want it in the carry-on or it doesn't fit in the carry-on, I'm going to go ahead and put it in here. And so you're saying, well, so what? There's a lot of different carry-ons. Yes, but this one does something else. This one expands. I'm going to show you how, and I'm going to tell you why I think that is so very important. If you want to expand the bag, all you do is you unzip the middle zipper right here. And as soon as you do that, voila, you have this right here, this huge bag. And you say, so what? Well, I'll tell you why. Number one, if you want to take your Louis Vuitton Neverfull, or you want to take your Chanel GST, or you want to take your Tory Burch tote, you can put it inside this bag along with everything else. And when you get out of the airplane and you take your carry-on and go through immigration and go wait for your taxi or your shuttle or your Uber, nobody knows what's in here. All they see is a Longchamp travel bag and a carry-on, and that's it. And usually, my friends, nobody's interested in stealing the Longchamp Le Pliage, so they just leave you alone. The reason that I like the fact that this expands has really nothing to do with security. It simply has to do with being somebody who likes to shop. So let's say you went on a business trip and amazing, you went to Brazil, you love their shoes, you buy some shoes, they don't fit in the carry-on, no problem. Stick them in the Longchamp Le Pliage. It fits without a problem. You wanted to buy yourself a beautiful designer bag. Maybe you went to Europe. Stick it in your le pliage. You don't have a problem. Or you bought some candies. You bought some food and you want to bring it back home. You put it in this bag. So for me, this is a must-have because you really want to have that flexibility to use it as you need it. And number 5, last but not least, is your suitcase, your actual carry-on suitcase. All carry-ons are not created equal. Now, I'm going to show you the one that I have. I am not saying that you need to buy the exact one. They make a lot of different ones and the price points are all over the place. But there are a couple of things that I think are essential when it comes to choosing the carry-on for business travel. Number 1, I think that you need to have a hard shell carry-on. And I'll tell you why. If you have the soft carry-on, you tend to stuff. I tend to stuff it until it doesn't fit anything else. And you certainly don't want to be the one that is pulled out at the gate and said, hey, go ahead and put your bag in there. Let's see if it fits. And then it's too overexpanded and it doesn't fit and they check it in. Or you go to put it in the overhead compartment and it's so stuffed that it doesn't fit. So I have learned my lesson and I like hard shell carry-ons. Number 2, make sure that it has 4 wheels and that the wheels turn 360 degrees. You don't want to be the one that is behind the entire group because you're grappling with your carry-on because the wheels don't work or it only has 2 and it keeps on falling over. So make sure 4 wheels, 360 degrees. The other thing that I think is very important is don't buy a black carry-on. Everybody has a black carry-on. So when I bought mine, I got mine in burgundy. I thought it was very cute. The good thing about not buying black is usually when things go on sale, they love to put the color ones on sale and they're usually cheaper than the black ones. But it makes it easier to find your luggage, so I recommend no black. And lastly, the other thing that I really recommend is that you buy one that has a built-in lock, which is TSA approved. I find that to be just gives me a little bit more peace of mind. Now that's not a necessity. If yours does not have a TSA approved lock, it's okay. You can just pick up one of those TSA approved locks on Amazon. I'll go ahead and link some below. I actually bought some for my son. Now when he left for Japan, I went ahead and bought those. So those are my 5 packing tips for women who traveled for business. I hope you enjoy this video. And if you do, I hope that you will check out my next one when we talk about how to pack your clothes. Have a great day and see you soon. Bye.